So you clicked on this video because you're looking for an effective way to actually set up your green book, whether it's issued, whether you bought it, whichever way you have this green book on your hand and you're trying to figure out a way to set it up. Well, you're in the right place. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to properly set up your green book, how to take effective notes, and generally keep you organized as you embark on this note-taking journey using your military or personally bought green book. Hey folks, welcome back again to my channel. This is Ed. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. And if you like what you see, please go ahead and share. So over 90% or so of people have these books or seen this book or know somebody that actually uses this book. And most of the time we have challenges, and there's different ways. You can put duct tape on it, you can put different covers, the different techniques on how to actually use this book. But today I'm going to show you the quick and easy way for a new guy, you can use this book. All right, so for those who don't know what a green book is, this is a book that has NSN number over here. It's basically a military ordering numbering system where we can actually, or military folks can actually get this book for free using the Federal Supply Service. So this book is free through this system. And at the same time, this book is approximately $7 on Amazon, and I'll put the links below over here. Or you can pay $10 or $14 on Amazon if I don't remember correctly. You can pay $14 on Amazon and get this book in a pack of 3. Again, this book usually is available. So as mentioned in my previous videos, if you're not sure, please take a look at the links below. But I've been doing this for the last 12 years, and I've been using this for the previous 8 years before I transitioned to a different note-taking system. But just to be honest with you, my first note-taking method was using this green book. There's several of them I have. This is just one of my oldest ones I have, and I'll go through this over here just to give you an example. But all in all, my intent for this video is to show you how I used to capture notes. It didn't work out, but I captured notes, and how I want you to capture notes. So this is just, again, I don't want you. This is just an idea on where I think you should go with capturing your notes and how beneficial it's going to be for you. So to date, I have approximately 7 green books, and if you were to ask me how to go back and track things down on these books, I won't be able to tell you. So to avoid that, as you embark on your military career or whichever career that you're part of, any professional career, what I want you to do is very important that you actually have your notes in here organized should you come back and try to reference them. So first, I'm going to go back to my old green book that I have over here. And just to give you an idea, as you can see, it's very chaotic. This is just a way of me to take notes, go to meetings, take notes, come back, next day, just getting things done. Just keep going on and on and on and on. As you can see, there's literally no organization on this book. There's nothing in here. If you were to ask me to go back over here and take a look at everything that I have, I'll literally spend hours, not really hours, but I'll really spend a lot of time trying to figure out what I wrote in here. As you can see, things are just everywhere. So my goal in this video is to make sure that you don't run into this problem like I did, trying to figure out what's important, what's not important, and this, that, and the other. As you can see, I was just everywhere in this book, every freaking where in this book. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and put this book away and go ahead and get started with the new setup. Don't be like me. Don't have something like this in your library. All right, that book is away. So diving straight into the method, and I want to use my 10 years of experience using this book, my 4 years of experience using the bullet journal method, and I think with those two combined, I will be able to provide you a better way of actually capturing notes on here and keep you productive. So diving straight into the book, cut and dry, you open the page, you have your very first page over here. As you can see, the one thing I've done over here using the bullet journal method is you have to stay organized, you have to have some way of capturing your requirements moving forward, i.e. your legend. So everything that you write on your book needs to make sense or needs to have meaning to you. You don't have to use this, but I've been doing the bullet journal method, and this method works very well for me. So as you can see over here, and I'm going to zoom in real quick. So as you can see over here, I have my task, migrate, the little X over here symbolizes something that's complete. Circle symbolizes an an event, and as you can see, notes, R for reading, question mark I have obviously for something that I'm curious about, also known as for military folks, RFI, request for information. And then I have a star over here that symbolizes something that's very important. Something that I put over here as an on note to say that this right here, these lines right here are 28 lines going all the way down, horizontal lines. And then right here, I just have the contents that's actually going to be on this book, i.e., this book does not have numbers on the bottom. So it's very important to capture the numbers on the bottom over here as well. So I will put over here in each page, I'll name the page, and I'll put the number on the page and I'll capture it down here. So now that you have your legend, your content page set up, so the next step is to actually set up your calendar. So again, this is dependent on how you actually do things or how you plan stuff out. If you work in an operation side of the house, if you work in an event planning, and most military folks, I know this, you'd use a lot of calendars. You can't depend on enterprise all the time. So when you have your leader book or things like that, this is very important for you to capture key events that are happening this quarter, second quarter, third, all the way to fourth quarter. So this is very important that you have your long range calendar, not necessarily with all your CCI or your sensitive information, but just key events that you want to track that need to be on here. So this is a method that you can use. 3 months over here, January, February, March, and then April, May, June. This is your first 6 months. Moving on to the second page, you have your second set of 6 months. So you have everything captured on here. Now that you have your long range calendar, also known as a future log in the bullet journal world, now the next thing you have to set up is your monthly calendar, your short-term calendar. So in this point, what I've done is I've used the bullet journal method, and I'm gonna zoom in again over here. So using the bullet journal method, remember now these lines were 1 to 28. So if you don't look at it correctly, you run into a problem like I did over here, going all the way to 1 to 27. So you need to account for that appropriately. So the way I've done over here, again, January, and I put in the correspondent dates on there and the correspondent day of the week on there. So Monday, Tuesday, all the way down. Just to give you a sample, the days that you have 4-day weekends as depicted over here, I have the 4-day weekends schedule on there, so I can know exactly when is the 4-day weekend based on the calendar. So obviously you have this portion right here that's free. Again, I put a couple of ways that you can try to tackle this. You can either use this as notes, mission, task, or particular goals that you want to accomplish for this month. So these could be things like, workout routines and things like that, or some habit trackers, what have you. So now that you have this portion already set up, we're going to go ahead and go to the most important portion of your green book, which is your day-to-day requirements. So right here, what I have set up is a standard Monday to Sunday weekly breakdown. So the things that I have over here, as you can see from Monday, I captured the week and I just use a generic week over here. So 1 to 7 using our calendar that we talked about before. And these are the things that I have on here. So I have 4 days on one side of the page. I have Friday and I have Saturday and Sunday put in one portion. And I close it out with just general notes. So depending on your schedule, whether you work night shift or whether you work day shift, there are a couple of ways you can actually do this. You can double up on Monday and Tuesday and then, kind of go ahead and Saturday and Sunday. Whichever way you can play with this the way you want to do it. So just generically speaking, as you can see over there, I put change of command on Monday and then complete 24 falls on flukes for Tuesday and so on and so forth. So this again can work for you with whichever way you want to play with. So this is not a standard way of doing it. Again, this is just my way of capturing my weekly requirements and my weekly notes. So you can use this method. You can use a different method. You can take the entire page if you wanted to. But for me, I think it's easier when I open my book. When I open my book, whether it's this book or whether it's my bullet journal, I have the entire spread in front of me and I can walk the dog on every single day because most of the time you run into what you got going on tomorrow. I don't have to go fumbling around with different pages and this, that, and the other. So folks, again, there you have it. These are the quick and simple ways of setting up your green book using the bullet journal method, because you don't want to transition to a bullet journal method yet. There are 4 steps. 1, what's in the book. Number 2, setting up your calendars of things that you're going to accomplish for this entire year, just for events. Number 3 is setting up your monthly outlook over here, short range calendar. Also with that, setting up some of your notes and do-alls or projects that you have to work out for this month. And last but not least, your weekly spread on how you want to capture notes throughout the week. Again, this is just me migrating the bullet journal method to a green book note-taking method, just to avoid this fiasco that I had over here. Again, folks, this is just a quick rundown using the 4 methods of how to set up your green book initially. Feel free to go ahead and take a look at some of my other videos if you're interested in bullet journaling, which is a preferred method, and I find it very useful. I hope this video was very helpful. If it is, please like, share, and subscribe. Until then, folks, thanks for your time, and I hope you enjoy this. Thank you very much. Out.